And let's see how that goes. I mean, you're going to have a couple of guys in your face, the Ornn and the Olaf.
Aggressive rotation from Blank. They really want to get priority on this Drake right now.
And, you know, we've got the Olaf here as well, as multiple roots are landing. They think they're baiting them in, but actually, can Blank actually do enough damage here? They are poking back, and you know that the range advantage here from the Senna is pretty nice, but the three-man root is huge coming in. Zeus in a bit of trouble, and it doesn't feel like KT have the damage right now.
And this bot lane is going so well. I'm really liking their position in this game right now. They're even going to pick up this Drake as well.
Yeah, you get priority from the bottom side.
And are they just going to give this up? He wants the solo instead.
Yeah, he's got flash. This is the easiest scoop you've ever seen. It's like a scoop of ice cream. Easy peasy. Just gets that, and it feels like it took a little bit long, though, because the smite is going to come in here. Peanut will be able to take this objective, but now, Blank not in the best spot. They want to burst him down, and immediately he will go down, but Olaf will as well, and the Lantern Nation, they don't want to lose more down here, so I think they're just going to let this one go. But we do have the engage coming in, double flay, and Hybrid again in a rough spot here. Zeus does have flash, but he's just going to spit out Hybrid, and there's no getting away from this Olaf. He's just, he's too strong at this point. Almost 300 gold ahead for the 80 carry. Duckdom, he's in another position here to just try to easily carry.
Game feels like it's fallen away from KT. Like, it's just going to be so hard to catch back up. They have to play so safe, and Nongshim is not giving them any inches here.
It's, well, okay. This might just be it. We have a massive engage now. Both of them are just so dead. And look at Yukal and Doran. They're halfway up the lane by themselves. This is still pushing. They're going to take down the inhibitor turret here as well.
Yukal?
Now they'll just look to engage onto Yukal and Doran. He is just going to get knocked up and blown to pieces eventually.
Peanut's chasing. Yukal is
They're going to flash after, and he is dead. Thumbs up comes out from Peanut. They'll give that kill to Kellen. Well deserved, I suppose.
Higher map. In fact, cut Yukal in half here. Cut him off, rather.
Yeah. See if he comes in. Yukal. Well, okay. He's going to look to actually trade it here on the Bay, but the Emperor's Divide just kind of sends himself into some kind of divide.
KT's last stance here. Their last stand. Their last team fight. Not even going to get the lick there.
Yeah.
Horn.
We have one item for the Senna. We'll see what that does, as Tom Kench is pretty much dead. Yep, see you later. Gets clapped. And that's a great pick. You know, a lot of poke damage actually does come out from the side of KT, but now it's 5v4.
Yukal.
Yeah, they're going to try to engage onto him, and he gets caught once again. Nice Orianna ultimate in the front line as well. Here comes Doran trying to go 1v5 essentially, but just not enough follow-up. Blank doesn't do any damage. Hybrid doesn't do any damage. The flash comes out. Yukal's going to get a really big damage number here, poking over the wall about 5,000 times, but at the end of the day, he'll just get blasted. And now everybody's running away with their tail between their legs.
Yeah, Yukal
trying to get that root off and just runs away.
Yukal's trying to put the team on his back and carry, but the deficit is too big. The team is too heavy, and, you know, that was actually a really nice attempt. Hopefully we'll get to see it again against Duckdom's insane clear speed. Look at Rich's positioning. He doesn't have Ornhorn, but he can almost by himself just zone out the entirety of KT Rolster. Doran's too far away. They stopped the Baron, but...
Doran. Here comes Predator Thresh. There's the flay, and okay, well, he actually flashed there. He's gonna get over the wall, and actually he has done a nice amount of damage. He's going for Duckdom, but at the end of the day, that's not the play. A little bit too much protection that time.
Is there a play, though? You know, that's the question here for KT. They tried their best. Yukal tried to put this team on his back. They fell too far behind. It's a great draft from Nongshim, you know. And I don't think Duckdom is going to get Aphelios anymore in this series. A common red R1, R2 on red side. I don't think he's going to get it.
Yeah, well, you would hope so. I would imagine that after this game, KT will reorder their priorities here in the draft, at least against this team. And, yeah, that's going to be the Baron going the way of Nongshim. Yukal, it's almost like he's having fun, you know? He's just trying to trade up there. Another thumbs up from Peanut. And now with the Baron, you would expect them to just push and potentially win this game.
A Blank hands off the keyboard taking a drink. It is, yeah, they're thinking about game 2 here. UCal's trying to get his damage numbers up for that damage graph we're going to get a little bit later. You know, try to look good for the fans.
Yeah.
He already looks good for the fans. Look, he had a fantastic game, all things considered. It's just not enough. Duckdom took this game by the horns. And we talked about strengths. The solo lanes for KT, their strengths were the bot lane for Nongshim. They got the strong pick for their bot lane. They dominated lane, got all the turret plates. And that's enough for a lead that is just going to close this game out.
Yep, looks like it. They're just going to chop down these turrets, and it doesn't look like there's anything they can do, especially because the Azir is dead. The Tahm Kench looking as useless as always as we go for game number 1 in Prox.
Even though there was the immediate hover on Silas, like there's an argument to be made about how some of those team fights and some of the tools that KT have built.
See if a death sentence comes out, and we also got a trade in the mid lane. Bay is really forcing this one, running right next to that Azir. He tries to TP away. Are you kidding? You're not going to get away with that, sir. You are immediately going to in the lane, and it always seems to go this way. Whenever we see, oh, he's going for it. The knockup comes in here. Does he have enough damage, though? He doesn't have any mana. And now level 6 is hit here for Rich. I think Doran, he's got some mana back now. And one more hit will do it. It looks like, okay, there he goes. Just barely going to reach out that stubby. Getting in there. We have UCal rotating down here.
Bye-bye.
And, okay.
Yeah, he just has 6 so late. And Doran actually hits combo, gets the knockup. Meanwhile,
oh, we got to fight down on the bottom side. Here's the Horsey trying to turn things around. Duckdom with, he does have the Featherstorm, but he actually just doesn't even use it.
And maybe look for it here, but
Okay, yeah.
we're gonna get more than it, maybe.
Yeah, they're just getting so much poke down. I mean, Gale Force is already done. They're diving underneath as Duckdom and Kellen just put on a clinic. Do KT even have a bottom lane? I mean, they're just trying to make them invisible, and they've done it 2 games in a row just so easily. Kellen popping off on the Thresh. And I love this, too, because it's like, oh, it's not just Aphelios, by the way. It's the fact that Kellen...
Hybrid does alone. It's about how much CC they have. Speaking of which...
Oh, no. Well, that wasn't it, Bay. You don't want to flash into the Emperor's Divide. They had their carry alongside of Bay to try to help out because they certainly seem to need it here. Peanut getting more and more confidence here. You can see that Kellen now rotating over. They're running him down with the red buff.
Got Ornhorn.
In a lot of trouble. Flash comes in, miss on the hook. Doran, nice dodge, but the follow-up is palpable here from the side of Nongshim RedForce, able to run down the... UCal is in a little bit of a precarious situation here. He's actually running the other way back to his turret now, but I feel like maybe he should have just tried to
good ult.
Run down bottom side. There's the ult, nice flash, but at the end of the day, it's 3-on-1. It doesn't matter if you have a turret. KT will respond by taking the mid tier 1 at least, so we'll trade back an objective.
We got KT actually taking a slight gold lead from this exchange. Nongshim are going to get this Drake, which I feel like is absolutely required right now to really force this this soul point fight where they have the advantage. Like that's where they need to really close this game up, is in not this Drake that they get for free, but the next one. So this one is the required step right towards that next fight. And you look at the turret plates between the two, you know, very similar gold. And it's been very similar to this. Was another one of those, oh, we're going to watch 2 things at once.
What are we going to watch? Oh no, this is like, okay. Well, we do get that hook coming in from Kellen, but this teleport might be a little bit of trouble. Peanut is going to have to run away. Kellen now in an awkward spot, and Rich kind of getting baited into this one. They want to try to kite it out. You see Duckdom has to try to frontline. Here comes Bay. Looking to lock down Zeus if possible. The Lamb's Respite up on the top side, important as they will take Peanut out eventually. And that's a good trade for KT. They
have so many ways to control this fight. And again, I feel like Nongshim can't let this go. They have to take this. And they're trying so hard. And KT just get it and get away with it, and they get to just walk away for free. Getting closer to that Infinity Edge, but KT looking for a player on this Baron. This is where things get hard for Nongshim, because these objectives are so difficult to approach if you don't have positional advantage for Nongshim, because you have decent poke, but it's not that great. You don't have hard engage, you don't have disengage. And this Baron clear time is pretty fast for KT, and they have so much CC. Like, how do you collapse in on this if you're Nongshim? You're going to have such a hard time.
I think they're just going to rely on Peanut to try to get a steal here, but the knockup comes in, and there it is. collected from the side of KT. Lambs Respite only to save Peanut, and Zeus will go down, so they do take down one member of KT. But that's 4 of them now with the buff. On the run here, you can see.
Maintain that advantage. I mean, I'd rather see Bay down here making sure they can control vision than having him side lane.
They want to get onto Rich, and Rich, he was backing. He's like, oh, maybe I can get away from this. You're not getting away from anything. You're just dead. They didn't even need to use the ult. It's their only way to engage. And KT are giving them so much room, actually. It's a bit surprising for me. As the TP now going to come in, and actually they do get the Cloud Soul that is massive on the side of Nongshim, and KT just not confident enough to take that fight, and now we're just barreling down mid for Nongshim.
Yeah, this is very much a game where both teams are making small mistakes that are starting to add up. But this is fantastic for Nongshim. They win an exchange on Drake down a player. Rich was dead. He hadn't even respawned yet. And I mean, look at this, 4 items done now for Duckdom. He is insanely
so
fed. Yeah.
He's so massive in this game. It should not be understated. And Nongshim say, well, if you're going to line up for us,
Blank?
we can take an engage. There we go. Blank in an unfortunate position just gets taken out immediately. The Gale Force, I think, was the killing blow there. And Duckdom is just frontlining. As Doran, not sure about that charge, but a lot of damage coming out from the Azir. The follow-up from Doran, not good enough. As the Featherstorm finally does come out, but here comes Hybrid. Finally has his moment to shine. And is there enough damage to take him out? I don't think so. This has been the problem. Yucal unbelievably low, but it just does not matter. He's got double stopwatch, as he always does, and Hybrid is just too much of a threat. This is going to be a pentakill, no doubt, for the Kaisa, unless Rich gets the kill. Never mind.
Zeus got the Baron. Nongshim's on the Baron here.
Just lets him die. So funny, actually. The cow just runs away. Can we get 9 reports, please? Now I go in, and now I nearly get a pentakill. It's just funny that they can't actually clean it up here. And now we got a very fun map state as bearing down on Rich. They're going to try to one-combo the Aatrox, but not quite able to. Flash over the wall to get away from that one, but Zeus extremely low. And look at you, Cal, isolated on the top side. Rich is just taking so much pressure away from his team. And look at Peanut just running forward and inting. He just immediately goes down.
He's feared. He can't ult, but I mean, the pressure is on here. I mean, this is going to be an inhibitor for sure.
Yeah. He creates a lot of space, I suppose.
I mean, it was a great fight for Nongshim on the other side of things.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Bay had a great stopwatch versus Yucal. Fantastic positioning as well. The disengage.
He's too fed. Duckdom's too fed. They can't do anything. Hybrid is desperately trying to get in there, but he can't. There's no Hecarim ultimate. And man, we need the clown noses, the clown car. We need everything right now. I don't have enough words for this game. Featherstorm is going to come down. They're going to focus down the Nexus. The autos, though, are enough. I mean, they're just